I snuck into the win column. Thank the heavens. This is the review of War Pigs after week 3. Got that win. I wasn't so sure. I mean, had a good advantage going into this one, but he had going into Monday night. But this guy, Dead Presidents, had 3 players going. Thankfully for me, it worked out. But I lost CeeDee Lamb. So last week I lose Joe Burrow. This week I lose CeeDee Lamb. And so that's a tough one. Let's just look at their production from last week. Caleb Williams was the top scorer for fantasy quarterback, so I was pretty confident with him, or maybe more hopeful with playing the Dallas Cowboys, whose defense, great job trading Parsons, Jerry. So Caleb Williams, his best game by far, throws 4 touchdowns, looked great. When you look at the highlights, the Cowboy defenders are like nowhere. They're not even in the screenshots, which is pretty telling. So yeah, if you have guys playing against that Cowboy defense, put him in your starting lineups. CeeDee Lamb gets hurt on one of the first plays, so he gets 0 points. They handed the ball off to him. So it's ankle injury. Report is he's going to be out a number of weeks. I think 2 to 4 is what I was hearing this morning. Had that stack with Williams and Moore. Moore gets one of the touchdowns, but Rome and Caleb is the connection. So if you have Rome Odunze, good job. Aston Genty still struggling with the Raiders. He had 17 carries, but only 63 yards, 0 receptions. That kind of bums me out since this is a PPR league. And DeAndre Swift, production's not great, but he's getting quite a bit of action. So he gets double digit. McBride gets a touchdown against my 49ers. Jacoby Myers had a pretty quiet week because everything went to his partner in crime, who thankfully I was able to pick up. So we'll look at his other receiver mate in a little bit. Michael Pittman had a nice day, 6 receptions, 73 yards and a touchdown. That's great. Devontae Smith and the Eagles passing offense finally breaks out. And then Travion Harrison, he has 10 additional points than what he has in my non-PPR league. So thankfully he's a weapon out of the backfield. Although the receptions is really what pushed it over because he had 3 receptions and then the 19 yards. So those additional 3 points helped out. On the bench, you can see here, Shakir did okay. I was able to get a Daniel Jones off waivers, so he'll be a nice option for me. But Trey Tucker is a guy that I picked up. I was surprised after he did what he did on Sunday because this is a non-waiver league. You just can pick guys up at any time. I'm fortunate for that. Tucker's going to get slid into the spot where CeeDee Lamb has been playing. I just don't have another wide receiver option, and that may not be super. I'm not expecting him to do that again, but if he has building confidence with Geno Smith, that might be a good thing for me. So just looking at the matchup here, he had Amon Ra going into the game, Derrick Henry, and Sam Laporta. So I was up 50, but I was looking at those guys. So I definitely got nervous toward the end of the game. I actually lost another game because the guy had Mark Andrews going into it, and Mark Andrews went off. So had a chance at going 3-1 for the week, but just didn't happen. Didn't happen for me. Thankfully, came out on top on this one. This was a tough matchup. He had some good players going. Marvin Harrison, he could have had a much bigger week, but he dropped some. He had one big drop, maybe another one, but that could have pushed him over. He might have even had a touchdown, which changed the outcome of this game. Ricky Pearsall, excellent game, but some of these other guys are kind of status quo. So, and then one last thing we'll look at, just so you can see projections of what's out there, since there isn't any waivers unless somebody drops the guy. You got Matthew Stafford projected. What he's projected to do in week 4. So just looking at that real quick. Wide receiver wise, what's out there. Romeo Doubs got dropped. That's the only reason he's on waivers, but everyone else is open. One thing I will show you, because this is unique to this league, let's just go season totals. And so you have this gentleman right here, Dikey, whatever his name is the top receiver available, but it's because this league gets return yards. So this guy is on my watch. I might pick him up there. I don't think that Tennessee defense is doing a whole lot to stop people, so he might have a lot of options to return kicks. And then just look at the running backs real quick. Kendrick Miller, also same situation. He has 352 return yards, so that's why he's up top here. But in terms of production, Gainwell might be your best option on what's available. And let's just check the tight ends real quick. Hunter Henry, huge week. I guess I'm kind of surprised nobody snagged him with the 2 touchdowns that he had. And, he's he's close to doubling up the next tight end, Jonnu Smith, and Noah Fant behind him. But that's what's available. Good luck in your planning for week 4. But yeah, War Pigs, Black Sabbath, my favorite song from Black Sabbath with Ozzy Osbourne, gets their first victory. So let's get a winning streak. Let's go keep this thing going for, the next several weeks so I can get myself in the playoffs. All right, y'all, have a good one.